Alright, so their plan is to make the ultimate medicinal meal, make it super healthy or super nutritious while it tasting like fatty food, which is an interesting idea. I wonder what is that but that Rimuru is trying to say. Like, why does he think it's not gonna work? The only problem I can see with it is that Shion probably wants to make more than just healthy food. She's very artistic with what she wants to make. And plus, she is only one person.
Hi.
Miracle Food, Part 1. Z snorts. Huh? Are you guys done weeding? We were picking wild vegetables, remember? We picked them all while you were napping. Yeah, wasn't she gonna help? Because I did not see Beretta or Rammers at all during that cutscene. Jeez, I can't believe you fell asleep on the way, when you were the one who was all excited about it. That's because everyone was walking up the mountain in complete silence. It was so quiet that I couldn't help but fall asleep. Well, imagine if you were one of the holy knights heading to pick wild vegetables with your boss. You'd be quiet too, right? I mean, not only is the boss not talkative, but the person above him is really scary. So I'm guessing Reynard's the boss, and then Luminous is his boss because of course she's the god of all of them. And who could you mean by that, Rimuru? Huh? Oh, hey, come to think of it, Luminous is the real top boss. They didn't want to keep her waiting, so that's why everyone was so focused. So, are we having another taste test? You know I'm wide awake now. Like I always say, no work, no food. What? Nah, I'm just kidding. You get to do the tasting this time since I want to hear from all kinds of people. That's nice, but you look like you're up to something again. Tisk, she knows. Num num. Oh, you're back. Oh, the hot pot. So you want me to taste it, right? No, we've already had one taste tested. I want you to try Shion's cooking instead. Oh gosh, I think I'm gonna fall asleep again. Don't lie. So, what do you think? It was delicious, but if you're gonna serve this to an ordinary human, you should probably remove all the shells. They won't be able to touch it since it's too hot. Oh, you're right. Thank you for the suggestion. Yeah, good point. This thing's basically a crab stew, so that makes sense. There's a risk of burning your fingers? Huh? In that case, I'm sure Shion will find a good resolution for it. You're seriously overestimating Shion. So what? You want us to cook tempura with the wild vegetables you picked? That said, wild vegetables are bitter, you know? They're supposed to be medicinal herbs after all. Well, Shuna, you think you can do this? Bitter wild vegetables, huh? Okay, I'll do what I can. I did it, but it was really difficult to turn the bitterness of the herb into another flavor, so it tastes a bit different from regular tempura. Hey, it's nothing to be disappointed about. But Shion finished cooking in a matter of seconds. I can't help but feel a bit disappointed in myself. Nah, don't sweat it. Shion is just a mush of carelessly chopped vegetables that taste like tempura. But I mean that is some skill, if it literally took her seconds to make tempura, or whatever she created. Great Rimaru! Are you ready? Now put your blindfolds on and take a bite. Wait, the flavor's different this time. I think both are delicious. I guess the bitter one is supposed to be the better one, but it doesn't taste bitter at all. That Shuna girl's abilities are amazing. You did good, Shuna. Thank you. I'm a bit relieved. You may take off your blindfolds. Okay, who thought the first batch was Shuna's tempura? Yep! Wrong. Shion cooked the first batch. No! I got more wrong than I got right. At least you got one right. We got them all wrong. I commend you for being a good loser about it. Being competitive by nature is essential to being a good warrior. That being said, how did you get them all wrong? I like how she does actually question the guy that got them all wrong. It's like, you think at some point he would have learned, like, this one that tastes weird, or, you know, has a weird feeling whenever I put it in my mouth, is actually Shion's cooking. Instead, he just kept, like, tasting that and feeling that and somehow thought it was normal. Like, literally everyone else kept saying, oh, this feels weird, or this tastes so good for being so weird, and at least got a few guesses, while that other guy would not change his guess at all. Kept guessing Shuna instead of Shion. Well, at least I got to have fun watching it. But man, it's incredible that Lady Hinata and Lord Raynar have gotten them all right. Yeah, and it's not like they used any skills or anything. Of course not. I know what tempura is, so I just tried to recall what it tasted like. Me too. I thought that if Shion had replicated the flavor of the tempura that we're usually accustomed to, then that meant the one that tasted unfamiliar would naturally be Shuna's. Precisely, Rigar. And that's why, if you get past its appearance, you can enjoy the normal flavor of delicious fatty tempura made out of only herbs. I thought this might be the solution to everyone's desire to consume fatty food while not wanting to put on weight. Wow, that's almost like a miracle fruit. A miracle fruit? What's that? You don't know. We had them in our old world. Basically, if you lick this fruit, everything that's sour will taste sweet for a little while. Seriously, I've never even heard of a fruit like that. Did you not know any women? It was a huge trend among us back in the day, you know. Well, that is a weird trend. Like, why were they using the miracle fruit to taste sour things? Like, how is that a trend? Like, maybe they used the miracle fruit and was tasting weird stuff, like, I don't know, concrete, metal, just trying to do like a TikTok trend or some other YouTube trend. But what was the trend exactly? And also, I think that's just a serious burn to Rimuru. Did you not know any women? Yikes! Everyone wants to eat sweet food, but no one wants to gain weight. That's why you eat a miracle fruit, so that healthy and sour food like tomatoes, vinegar, and yogurt seems sweet. That does sound familiar to what Reynard was saying. But just so you know, I was friends with girls, okay? Yeah, whatever. That's so funny, it's like she doesn't believe him. Ugh! Interesting, so it's just enemies right away and not even actual enemy in the game or whatever. Gauge jump. There we go, got that. But I do wonder, is this what the entire event's going to be? Just about food? Nostalgic Junk Food, Part 1. But seriously, this is so hard to believe. She's perfectly replicated the taste while using ingredients like dandelions and herbs, keeping the calories to almost zero. It's exactly what Reynard had in mind. Think about it. No one's blood sugar levels rose from eating Shion's tempura. But they did rise when they had Shuna's. How do you know that? I can grow a tiny syringe on my fingertip and take out blood with just a slight touch. It doesn't hurt either. Wow, Rimuru can just take blood levels by taking a little bit of their blood. I thought he was using Raphael to analyze people and be able to tell what their blood level is. But no, apparently he does need blood, just like those little machines we have in the real world. What a convenient skill. Yeah, of course the vampire would be like, oh, how convenient. Yeah, but it's obvious that you want to use it for something else. So Reynard, the experiment seems to have worked, but what are you going to do with Shion's skill? I'd like her to recreate more dishes only using herbs so that we can feed people fatty food that's actually full of healthy nutrients. I see, but there's one problem with that. Shion, can you bring me your hot pot, cookies, and tempura? Certainly. Alright, so this is Shion's hot pot. These are the cookies. And here is the tempura. Oh! You see, they all look exactly the same. You can't tell them apart, can you? You're right. Also, Reynard, especially with dishes like ramen, it's kind of exciting to eat fatty food knowing that's bad for you. Like it feels so wrong, but feels so right. Okay, this is a weird way to phrase it. I don't know when I eat junk food, I always want it to feel bad for me. I think if somehow it was able to be healthy for me, I think I'd prefer that. I don't think I want it to feel wrong for me. It just so happens the flavor beats out the wrongness. Because I feel like most people would want their fatty foods to be healthy if they can. Like, if I'm eating something fatty like junk food, popsicles, something like that, I don't know. Something super unhealthy. Chips, cookies, whatever. I would want a healthy alternative that still gives me the same flavor. And so, I never feel good when I'm eating something bad. It does not feel right to me.
Hi.
Ah, you're right. I do have moments like that.
そうね
Like when you crave junk food in the middle of the night, right?
おう
Now back to what I was saying. I know I pointed out the issue with its appearance, but I think your idea would work depending on how we sell it as a product, Reynard.
そう
You're going to sell that abomination? But no one will want to buy it. Yeah, but we can hide its appearance if we keep it in a container. For example, like this. That's an odd-looking container. The mouthpiece is hard, but the container itself is soft. I'm trying to think, what container is he showing them? Is it a cup that's like you're able to drink, or is it something else?
ええ
It's like one of those Japanese Gilton drinks, right? I have no idea what that is.
ああ
Yep, so you've got Shion's gooey cookie in the container. But one sip, and the delicious taste of ramen bursts into your mouth. And will indicate the flavor on the packaging. That way you can tell them apart, you see.
なるほど。
That's brilliant! As long as we label it and hide what it looks like, there won't be a problem unless someone breaks the container. Yeah, that's literally what I was saying earlier. It's like they're just gonna have people hide this. I wonder, is it like you buy it and then you eat it and then you just throw away the package? Or is this something that they're wanting? It's like they're gonna be selling these cups and then they sell the food, but you're supposed to be able to reuse the cups over and over again. So I don't know what it's supposed to be like, but I'm guessing it's one of those two options. But they're really betting on people not opening the container to check it out, but I think people are always going to want to check it out. I'm just feeling like this plan has some big holes in it that I don't think the general market would like. But I mean, we can try this plan.
えーっと
Besides, Shion's cooking is kind of like a semi-solid. So it's basically kind of like a slime, right? It sure resembles someone I know. Come on, I was avoiding the comparison.
なんだ
But seriously, since it's a gooey semi-solid, you can enjoy the rich flavor just by lightly squeezing it. That means, if you're busy, you can enjoy a delicious meal in just 10 seconds. Don't you think it's kind of revolutionary? That sounds great. Some of our knights have been complaining about how bad some of our portable food rations are. I'm sure these dishes are going to boost everyone's morale.
うーん
Then we should have more variety. What's a guilty pleasure that's high in calories? I'm guessing potato chips or just any kind of chips.
そうね
Ramen, gyoza, fried rice. In fact, it's hard to think of something in a Chinese restaurant that's low in calories. Okay, so I guess it was a Chinese restaurant. Or they used to eat Chinese food in Japan from where they're from.
えーっと
Also, hamburgers, chicken nuggets, french fries. Junk food tends to be high in calories and also delicious. So are they really counting this as junk food? Basically normal American food is what they call junk food. Hamburgers, chicken nuggets, french fries. I don't know about all that, but I mean, if they want to call our food junk food, I guess.
なるほどね
Or what about flour-based foods?
なんでしょ
Flour?
うん
Like tokoyaki and okonomiyaki, they're full of carbs, so they're really fatty foods. The same goes with sushi that's made with vinegar rice.
うそうですか
Is that so? Well, have you managed to recreate all those dishes you just mentioned in Tempest?
いや
No, not yet. Replicating them and mass producing them would require a lot of effort from Gabichi and the others, so it's still going to take some time. But even with the repertoire of dishes we currently have, it should be enough to start a business.
うむ
I'm surprised by the lack of battles or like the lack of enemies. Usually, magical beasts are always attacking, and somehow they're not attacking. Like, I swear, we have to deal with magical beasts every single cutscene. It's like, oh no, a magical beast smelled our food, or it's scenting our energy. So, it does feel weird, like, to not have Rimuru or the others fighting. Alright, game crash, unfortunate, but we are back now.
対応策をいくぞ
Alright, let's have him attack 5 times. A Mind for Business, Part 1.
そうね
Yeah, and how they intend on selling them. Mass production is going to be an issue since only Shion can make them. That's why we'll only sell them on the road leading to Blumon. In Tempest for visiting adventures, and also to Raburios.
なるほどね
You don't mind distributing to us? Well, it's Reynard's idea after all. Your knights have been complaining about the taste of their rations, right?
おう
Make sure they consume it with other portable food, since ours doesn't have the calories necessary for fighting.
うん
And also have them read the back of the container.
なんでしょ
The back? This product replicates the taste of various dishes in portable form. Please note the dishes they are based on can only be enjoyed in Tempest. I think that's pretty funny. It's advertising while also giving cautions and being like, oh, this food can only be found in Tempest, so you have to go there if you want to buy it or taste these foods again. You really are a clever one.
うん
This way, adventurers and knights are going to want to visit Tempest, but it would be a shame to only have them simply enjoy actual versions of the dishes and go back home. That's where you come into play, Rammers. Huh? Oh, I get it. The more adventurers visit, the more people are going to attempt my underground labyrinth. And yeah, so they continue this. Yeah, I have heard quite a bit of what they're wanting to do with the labyrinth. Kind of use it as a trial for adventurers, knights, and all of that. To test their skills. I don't remember if you get a prize for doing it, but like it's just to test your power in a safe area against like Tempest's strongest people.
おう
Exactly. They're gonna be so exhausted from attempting the labyrinth that they'll come out and eat more of our cuisine. Yep, that is a business strategy that I can't say is evil, but is pretty smart. Like, to use people's tiredness to just fund more business.
うん
So, depending on how much cash they've got, they'll probably want to stay in our country for a while.
ああ
And on top of that, they'll buy more of these portable meals for their journey back home. And surprise, surprise, they'll long so much for the taste of our food, they'll earn more money back home just so they can visit us again. I mean, I think if the taste of the food is that good, I think they may just want to stay and become permanent residents. Like, why would they continue to come over and over again? I guess if they want to treat Tempest like Disney World or any of the theme parks around the world, where it's like, you want to come back, and they come back like pretty often, I would say annually. But, I mean, at that point, if you think Tempest is such a great place, you would just want to stay there and be like, okay, this is my new home.
Ooh.
And that's how we're gonna get more regulars. You sure are a business-minded man, Great Rimuru.
困ったわね。
You really come up with so many ideas. I guess you're more of a usurper than I am.
うん。
Hey, now you're making me sound bad. I'm only trying to create a win-win relationship for all of us.
やった。
Well, if that's the case, maybe I should create a floor that smells like a food stall so that everyone who gets there becomes hungry.
おう。
I see. A floor that utilizes smell. That's a brilliant idea.
そうね。
Yeah, but not really a win-win situation, is it? I mean, one side's losing a battle with hunger. I mean, he said win-win situation for the dealers or business partners. He didn't say a win-win situation for the customer. Because he's trying to make them all win in the production of their products. So yeah, there technically has to be a loser because someone's paying for this food. It's not coming freely.
おう。
Well, let's see if these portable meals are a hit or not. Rigar, it's time for your nightly rounds, right? What? It's daytime. Look, outside you can still see the sun. Or at least a lot of light.
はい。
Yes, I was just about to head out.
ああ。
Well, if you see anyone, advertise these portable meals to them.
嬉しいです。
Advertise? Oh, judging from the looks of it, you started a new business, haven't you, Great Rimuru? I do find that so weird. Imagine your police person is patrolling, and then, like, they see you as like, hey, citizens, do you want to buy this new product created by Rimuru and the Holy Knights? Well, you can buy it for 5 gold pieces, or I guess a couple bronze pieces, however much they're selling this for. Is it that obvious? Well, I guess you've known me for quite some time now. Anyway, the flavors we got now are hot pot, chocolate, tempura, and... But yeah, was he not, like, listening to the entire conversation? I could have sworn he stayed with us for the entire time. Because he got here randomly after his patrol finished, got pulled into the taste testing, helped out with the collecting of wild vegetables, and I thought he was listening to all the other conversations about their business, but I guess not.
なるほど。
Great Rimuru, I brought some fatty tuna sushi and cream puffs.
と。
Which one's which?
はい。
The one in my right hand are the sushi. Okay, give them to me. Let me put them in the container. And done. Now we've got fatty tuna and cream puff flavors as well.
うん。
Take these with you.
おう。
Yes, sir. Oops. Oh, let me hold on to these.
なるほど。
And as a thank you for guiding us to the fields earlier, allow me to come along on your rounds and help advertise the products.
はい。
Thanks. It's really reassuring to have you come along with me, Reynard. I appreciate it.
あ
By the way, am I that easy to read? Like an open book?
あ、そうね。
Definitely. If you really wanted to hide your feelings, why don't you just take on your slime form?
うん。
Oh yeah, you've never seen me as a slime, have you? I'm more expressive in that form than you think. Wanna see? Not really. Yeah, I thought so.
なるほど。
It's just like Lady Hinata said. The roads are beautifully paved. There's even a water tank and an inn.
ああ、
You're pretty safe from danger as long as you stay on this road. So, we mainly patrol the forest that's just off the road ahead.
はい。
And that device is what you use to prevent magical beasts from appearing. I think this is kinda neat. Basically, what they discovered in that episode when they were traveling to Tempest is basically what Reynard is discovering now. I'm guessing the other Holy Knights didn't tell him. Well, I mean they did kind of tell him. He was told about the inn and the road, but I'm guessing not that the device prevents beasts from attacking or appearing. Or I guess from this line, he was told about it, but I guess he just didn't understand how it worked, and so now he's asking about it.
それで、
That's right. In other words, if there's a beast unaffected by it, you can be sure that's pretty strong. They can be trickier than your regular magical beast. Eek! Was that a scream? That's the thing we dread the most. Reynard, please help me.
はい。
Sure thing.
どういうことですか？
Was that really a scream? I couldn't sense any feeling of urgency from it, if I'm being honest. It kind of sounded like Gabata.
さあ、
Watch out! Ha!
そうですか。
He's quick. Guards here are that skilled? I kept focusing on all the good food and establishments, but the forces protecting this land are just as impressive. I mean, you would think he would already know that, considering the force that he had to fight and lost to when they arrived.
はい。
I'll handle this one.
なるほ
Why does it feel so odd? She seems completely unfazed by seeing this blood splatter. Maybe she's just petrified with fear.
ど。なんでしょ
Just who is she?
うんうん。
I mean, they're using the same model they've been using for years, the same generic female model. Alright, so we're going back to the forest. A Mind for Business, Part 2. Yep, we got
ここは
it.
私にお任せを。
I wonder if that girl's gonna be the
敵戦力の
boss.
枠完了。
Like, there's been no tough enemies unless it's just some kind of random enemy. So I really do wonder what's gonna be the last thing that we have to fight.
なんとか勝ち
Like,
ました。
what's gonna tie this all together? Mysterious Girl, Part 1.
はい。
Woo! I'm glad it was weaker than it looked. Indeed.
なんでしょ
For a magical beast that miraculously sprang from concentration of magicules, it was pretty mediocre. Did it really naturally generate?
う。はい。
Someone could have summoned it. but she was the only one around at the time.
なるほど。
Wait, so she was assaulted by the very magical beast that she herself summoned? I mean, Radar does seem like a pretty smart guy, like, to be figuring this all out. He doesn't automatically assume that she's a good person or just a regular person. He does question, why was this magical beast here? And if it was that weak, how did it get past the barrier unless it was summoned? And Rigar is not like questioning at all what happened.
はい。
Are you alright?
うーん。
Well, I guess it's only natural that you be quiet after such a scary experience. But you must be hungry. Here, this is for you.
嬉しいです。
This is portable food that's exclusive to this country. I'll take you to an inn along the road, so you have some food while we walk. It's food?
ああ。
Yeah, I don't know if you'll believe me, but there's nothing weird inside it. Well, it's a bit weird, but it's definitely not unhealthy. Yeah, what a way to make it not weird, by calling the food that you're giving her not weird. Not like that makes anyone not suspicious of you, being like, did he put something in my food?
うーん。
What flavor do you want? I've got chocolate, tempura. Reynard?
はい。
Oh, sorry. I was doing some thinking. We've got fatty tuna flavor and cream puff flavor too. Which one would you like?
なるほど。
Oh yeah. Maybe if we offer her some food, she'll feel safer and talk to us about what happened.
はい。
Fatty tuna? Was it?
なんでしょ
That being said, these dishes are all rare, so maybe people won't be able to imagine what they taste like.
う。それで。
You're right. I better inform Great Rimuru later. Fatty tuna?
なんでしょ
Oh, this thing. Try some. It's really good.
はい。
Thank you.
う。はい。
It sure feels odd to me. She chose sushi without hesitation, despite it being food from another world. Maybe she's an otherworlder. Who knows?
そうですか。
Could she be an otherworlder? If that's the case, then that would explain this situation a little bit. So, you like sushi, miss? Cough, cough! It's so strong!
え
Oh, sorry. I didn't know it had wasabi in it. Water, water.
そうですか。
Oh, I'll get some. My apologies, miss. What? Where'd she go?
ああ。
I didn't even hear her run off. Did she disappear? Don't tell me that was a ghost. That can't be. She looked like an ordinary human being with a physical body. It couldn't have been some kind of spiritual being.
はい。
Then did she use some kind of transfer magic?
はい。
Impossible. I couldn't feel any flow of magicules.
それで。
Then we must have been hallucinating, or something. But we weeded off all the phantom flowers here. There are no more phantom flowers left? You weeded them all off? Why is he getting so mad about this? Like, imagine telling some other people, why did you do this? I'm guessing there is something that the phantom flowers are used for. That's why he's getting so mad, like they probably keep away something. And that's what he's realizing.
ああ。
Well, we're storing them all over at Geld's place. Kaval helped himself to a ton of them, but we still have some in stock. Phew! I wish you told me that earlier. Those flowers are precious plants that can be used to make medicine. They're perfect ingredients for portable meals. Okay, so that's why he was getting so mad. I thought it was something serious, like, oh no, we need those to keep away the ghost or whatever is around here. But no, he just wanted to use that as an ingredient for their new meals. But I forgot, is that the merchant that's like selling them already? And why are they keeping them at Geld's place? Also, what is even Geld's house? I'm interested to see where he lives.
なるほど。
Wait, that's not important right now. We've got to find her. Huh? Another one's generated. It can't be. We're keeping the concentration of Magicals to a minimum. Someone must have summoned this one.
いや、
I can only imagine that woman has set this all up. What in the world is going on?
やれ。
Alright, so now we gotta deal with her monsters. And I'm guessing this is probably the last one, right?
気を引き締めて。
強大な魔力の接近を感知しました。
Okay, so it's just a random centipede. Okay, no, I thought it was gonna have boss health. Wait, maybe this is the final one. I'm not entirely sure. I can't keep track. Sometimes they have boss health, sometimes they don't. Well, I mean, he's taking multiple attacks, so I think this may be the last one.
選んでくれたんだ。 選んでくれたんだ。
みんなお疲れさ。頑張ったな。
Alright. I think the last story. Yep, unwanted by greed.
はい。
So, that's the gist of what happened.
ええ。
How uncharacteristic of you to be so careless. I'm terribly sorry. My mind was so caught up with all the suspicious things about her that I let my guard down.
うーん。
So do you think we were hallucinating? I think you two were simply tired from all the hard work. There's still plenty of hot pot left, so please, have some and get warm.
嬉しいです。
Thank you! It looks incredible!
なるほど。
Great, Rimuru. What is it? Is it about that woman you saw? No, I was just thinking about how important the presentation of the food was. Just looking at this dish makes me hungry. What? Did you just realize the obvious? I'm always saying how important the presentation is. But as long as you keep Shion's cooking in the container as planned, we should be able to sell it as a product. And as for that woman you saw, I'm sure you two were just tired, like Shuna said. But how do they hallucinate the same thing? Like if both are tired, they would just be tired. They wouldn't be hallucinating this badly, but then still be good enough to fight off the creatures twice. You guys had too much of Shion's cooking. I bet the difference in presentation and taste was so shocking that it gave you both headaches and bellyaches. That's what caused the hallucination. That's so ridiculous. It's because they had too much of Shion's cooking that they were getting headaches, bellyaches, and hallucinations. Anyone can handle like one meal from Shion, but if you're eating more than that, it's like there's some side effects that's gonna come along with it. Yes, I'm sure that's what it was. Okay, I'm digging in. Great Rimuru, it's an emergency. What is it? Gobichi was watching the fire for me, but the soup that I had been stewing has... What happened?
Hi.
Turned out delicious. Please try some. Huh? But wait, I'm having that hot pot right now. Oh, Rimuru, could you pour some of that soup into this container? So I guess all the holy knights are now a fan of Shion's cooking, but they'll probably only eat it if it's in a container, so they don't have to look at it. So she's just asking, "Oh, I want to try it. Just pour it in this container for me so I don't have to look at it, but I can taste it." So that is kind of funny. You want some?
なるほどね。
Yes, but I'm not the only one who's going to drink it. After that, I had Riddish try out Shion's imitation of tonkatsu soup. When I explained to her that it was made to be less fattening, she happily lapped up serving after serving. I guess she really did care about calories. No, I was just thinking about how important the presentation of food was. Just looking at this dish makes me hungry. What? Did you just realize the obvious? I'm always saying how important the presentation is. But as long as you keep Shion's cooking in a container as planned, we should be able to sell it as a product.
そんな。
Did you hear that? Who is Maribel? Is that one of like the side characters in Tempest? Or is that this character?
はい。
Yes, I didn't think it would be so grotesque and have such a stinging taste to it.
ええ。
Look at him coming up with products like this to keep this country's economy going. That Rimuru Tempest sure is a serious threat.
まあ。
Don't worry, everything in this world belongs to the Razo family.
うん。
I desire everything, and grasp it all in my hands. But still, I could do without the wasabi. No matter how greedy I may be, there are some things I do not care for.
Yosh.
Oh, whatever. Let's have a pre-opening party for the pre-opening party. Let's eat, drink, and be merry. Yeah! Isn't the opening festival going to be 3 days long? Are you sure you want to have 5 parties in such a short span?
嬉しいです。
Well, it's kind of always like that here. My father is very fond of parties, you see. Yeah, I mean, so many times in this game, it's like parties, festivals, like different types of events. Halloweens, like parties during Valentine's Day or something. Some kind of holiday, there's a party. Question 4. Which was tastier? Shion's tempura-ish cooking or Shuna's herbal tempura, which she improved multiple times today? Shuna's tempura! Phew! I kinda like this gag or, I don't know, this constant thing of where Shuna's being relieved, like she's doing good. Like everyone keeps affirming that, oh, you're doing good, Shuna, and that your cooking's great, and she's constantly relieved. Like, I don't know if it's because she's in a competition with Shion, like she really doesn't want Shion's cooking to be better than hers. And so that's why she's relieved. Or if just, you know, she's doing good enough where it's like, okay, people still like my cooking, so I'm happy. What? But I chopped them up, wishing for them to become extra tasty. There's even portions for me? Oh man, I need to change the subject somehow. By the way, Shuna, how'd you manage to cook up those bitter herbs into something so tasty?
Hi.
Your unique skill is powerful, but my cooking is the real thing, an ability that I've worked so hard to acquire that in my pursuit of the culinary arts. So I don't understand, if she's worked very hard to get cooking skills, then why hasn't she developed a cooking skill? Like, I'm guessing Shion really wants to be good at cooking, and so with that, like, it gave her the skill, but she hasn't worked hard to earn that skill. But Shuna, that has worked very hard for a skill, has not earned the right for a skill to make cooking easier, or like any type of skill enhancement for cooking. I used different seasonings this time to convert the bitterness of the herb into unami instead of trying to eliminate it. What a relief to know that my efforts have paid off. Let me try some too, Lady Shuna. I want to try and remember the taste and recreate it with my Master Chef skill. I kinda see this as a master and apprentice relationship, even though Shion doesn't directly want to learn from Shuna because she sees her as a rival. It's like she still wants to learn and like taste her food and be like, oh my god, if this is so good, I want to be able to recreate it so that I can make it for Rimuru or other people in the future. Heh, no can do. You need to figure it out yourself. What? And see, like, even sometimes Shuna's like, nah, I don't want to teach you, or I don't want you to learn. So then, you know, I keep it for myself, you know, the extra one up on Shion.
そうか。
Is dessert ready?
はい。
Oh, coming up,
なるほどね。
cream puffs. Didn't you turn these into portable food?
どや。
Giggle, hear me out. We've got salty flavors and sweet flavors, right? What if we sell them as a set? Don't be crazy. If you do that, they'll have no choice but to keep on buying them endlessly because they'll want something sweet after something salty, and vice versa. True, you often want something salty after something sweet, and then something salty to counter that. What is this? I've never heard of this. I mean, if I'm eating potato chips, I don't suddenly want something sweet. Because, I don't know, something like that sounds disgusting. Like trying to eat a lollipop after eating, like, potato chips or something else. And then plus, if, like, I'm eating some taffy or lollipop, some gum, I don't suddenly want something salty.
困ったわね。
Normally, that would be terrible for your figure, but these portable meals are made of herbs, so there's no need to worry.
うん。
In other words, our customers are going to keep buying our products as long as they've got money. What a devilish plan. Well, you are a demon lord after all. No, no, come on. This was co-produced by our Shion and your Reynard.
ああ。
Ah, co-produced, you say. That would mean you owe us a healthy percentage of the profit or something else in return.
ああ。
Sure, I don't mind. After all, I promised Reynard. You know, I may be a demon lord, but I'm not a bad slime. So let's keep in touch. I'm guessing that's supposed to be the reference to the game or whatever. The same thing he said to Shizu. And so Hinata's probably gonna be like, huh, I know that reference.
は
You say that to me. Another demon lord? Really? That is so weird that they didn't let Hinata have a comment about, like, him saying, I'm not a bad slime. Because I would have thought she would have knew about the video game or whatever that he got that from. Or, yeah, I forget if it's supposed to be a reference to a show or if it's supposed to be like a video game reference. But yep, now I have to go back to the forest to continue to grind. And we are still waiting on the predator battle before we can do that. But I just want to check one thing before I end this. Okay, I just wanted to check this out real quick. So the character was Maribel Rosso. So I did not know her name since like she hasn't been talking too much in the anime. Like she has been talking, but I don't think I've paid attention to her name that much, considering these are characters that appear for 2 minutes to talk about their plot in the background. And considering she's sharing it with the rest of the villains, or at least with like her grandfather and the other people, so I didn't recognize that was her. And plus, it's weird they didn't want to show her model in game, because as a protector unit, she should have a model. But alright, I hope you guys enjoyed Slime Isekai Memories, Holy Guest, and the Otherworld Flavors. Yet we will continue this with the Predator battle when that comes out. But if you guys enjoyed, please make sure to follow me on all my social medias, like my Twitter, my Twitch, my YouTube, my DLive, my TikTok, my Kick, Rumble, Odyssey, and Dailymotion. Check out my second YouTube channel, and like and comment on all my videos, and even join my Discord. There you can stay up to date with everything I choose to do, or my streams, videos, or anything else. But yeah, hope to see you guys next time. Bye!